Thursday, and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always by Shawn DePaz. We got DJ Jeffrey Jacob Franklin behind the mat today. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, we got a lot to get into today. We're going to be taking a look at the Pac-12 slate minus the Arizona State game and giving our picks for those games at the tail end of the show. God, I love the music. I love the music just carrying all the way through. We've got 3 Sun Devils that are destined to have some big games against Fresno State that we're going to get to as well. But first, Shawn, how you doing, man?
My back hurts.
Your back
coughed real hard this morning, pulled something in my back. I
you know
am
how
only
old
25
that
years
sounds,
old.
right?
Yeah. Despite what that may suggest to you, yeah, I am only 25. I'm going through it because if anything, that means I'm hopefully around for like another 60, 70 years.
Is it upper back, middle back, lower back?
Right here.
Oh, it's in the old man spot,
Yeah,
too, where you,
right here.
you put your hand on the back
got
of it.
a good, hopefully 65, 70 years of back pain coming to me.
Left is what you're saying.
So that's good.
Oh, you're trying to live to be like mid-90s, 100?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. That's
I'm not
good for you, dude.
I don't know if I'm going to, but I mean,
But that's your like goal.
I don't think I'm ever gonna die. So I'm gonna live forever.
Oh yeah, you're big on like I'm never gonna die. None of you are real.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna live forever.
Yeah, no, I mean that's totally fair. I guess, sure, why not? I want to talk a little bit about Kenny Dillingham because he does coach Arizona State, and
does he now?
Over the last week, there have been a lot of haters, dude. There have been a lot of people asking for quarterback changes. There have a lot of people that have been kind of curious about the play calling in the second half and all that stuff, and talking about specifically, I think there's a lot of people that see the success that Dion has had so far, and there are a lot of people that are like, well, why not us? Why didn't we get Dion? Or why isn't this happening this fast for us? And let's just take it down a notch because it's going to be okay. Okay. Rome wasn't built in a day. It wasn't built overnight. You look at some of the best college football coaches ever, and you look at what they did in their first season. Okay.
The Daily Roman Empire reference.
Yeah.
Kirby Smart is first year at Georgia. Do you know how they started, Shawn?
Let me go like 8-4 or something like that.
First 8 games, Kirby Smart and the Georgia team was 4-4.
Yep, sounds about right.
Nick Saban in his first year at Alabama. At one point in the season, they went on a 4-game losing streak with a home loss to Louisiana Monroe. Bob Stoops, first year at Oklahoma, they went 7-5. Brian Kelly's first year at Notre Dame, they started 1-3 and had losses on that year to Navy and Tulsa. Kyle Whittingham,
respect the troops,
one of the best coaches in the Pac-12 and in the country. His first year at Utah, they lost 5 games, and a couple of those losses were to New Mexico, Colorado State, and Texas Christian. So what I'm saying is, there are a bunch of phenomenal college football coaches out there that didn't have immediate success in their first 2 games, where they had a couple quarterback issues, right? They got a true freshman trying to lead the team, or you got an offensive coordinator that maybe is keeping things a little bit closer to the vest than maybe fans would like. But, Shawn, and you can, I guess, give your thoughts on this, but it's gonna be okay, and I think people need to just temper their expectations a little bit.
I mean, fuck if I know if it's gonna be okay. Like, hell if I know how this is gonna go at all. So why, just relax. Like, I mean, it takes time. Even if it goes, even if this is gonna be the worst tenure in the history of any head coach in ASU football, or in any ASU coach in any head coach in ASU football history, even that doesn't happen over the first 3 weeks of the season. So relax. Just it's just far too early to make any kind of judgment any which way. They've played 2 football games, one of which had an act of God in the middle of it. It's. I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's going to be fine. He's going to have his name in the ASU Hall of Fame or anything like that. I don't know that either. But I damn for sure don't know that this is going to be a complete train wreck based off 2 fucking games.
Yeah.
One of which they did win, mind you. People are acting like they're 0-2. They did win that first game. So, I know it wasn't pretty, But yeah, just calm down a little bit.
Yeah, no, and I think I want to make that point too, right? We're not sitting here telling you that Kenny Dillingham is going to be the greatest football coach that's ever graced God's green earth. By, maybe he is, maybe he's not.
It'd be nice if he was, that's for sure.
But you got to give him some time to get there. You got to give the coaching staff some time to get there. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but true freshman quarterback, not going to necessarily be the greatest thing since sliced bread right out of the gate. That's a difficult thing to do.
That's why when guys like Johnny Manziel do things like Johnny Manziel, it's freakish
and historic.
Freshmen aren't supposed to do that. And by no means do I think that even like peak Jaden Rashada is going to be Johnny Manziel or anything like that.
Cool though, if he was.
That would be pretty dope. That shit was fun back then.
Look, I bring all this up because there's fans and there's outsiders talking about it. And there was an article that I saw the other day that was posted by AZ Central, and I just thought the headline, maybe it was the headline just trying to clickbait people, but there was a headline that read, "Why Arizona State football might get worse before it gets better," and then the tweet sent along with it was, "Why Arizona State football might not win again this season." Now, guys, if you genuinely believe that Arizona State is not going to win a single football game through the remainder of the season after looking at their schedule, this is what I want you to do, okay? I want you to turn this program off right now. I want you to go shower, go put on some pajamas, and then head over to your bed, and I want you to lay there and just stare at the fucking ceiling, and then get out of bed, start your day over again, brush your teeth, and figure it the fuck out.
Relax, guy.
Figure it the fuck out.
Okay, well, relax, guy. Let's not pretend like
they're gonna at least win one more game. They're 1-1 right now.
Yeah, no.
They play Cal.
Yeah. First off, put some fucking respect on Cal's name.
I will put zero respect on Cal's name.
I mean, like, similar to what I was just saying, you don't fucking know.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
You want to bet?
No, I don't want to bet because obviously there's yes, I'm assuming they're winning more games this year. But all as I'm saying is, like, it's not like they're going to play a schedule full of MAC teams.
Okay.
They have all teams that we just did power rankings. Cal was the only team left on their schedule other than Fresno State, who I think I would probably, if they were in the pack, I would put ahead of ASU in the power. It's the only team they play that we put below them.
We're just going to play a low game. I'm just going to ask you. You don't got to tell me if you think they're going to beat them. Can they beat them?
Yeah. Okay. No, that's what. Yeah, I'm not sitting here and saying that they're going to lose every single game.
No, but that's what I'm saying is why the articles and the way they're titled, again, clickbait, whatever, is just, it doesn't make like sense to me. Let's assume here for just a quick second, okay? Let's assume
you
this
know what
team,
happens when you assume, Totri.
What I do that anyways. Let's assume that ASU loses the next 3 games.
I would hate that. That would suck.
Let's assume it, though. They lose to Fresno State, USC, and Cal.
Yeah. If that happens, then they're not winning another game this year.
Okay. They lose the next 3 games, and let's say they make a quarterback change after that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
you go from Jaden Rashada, who's still trying to work out some of the kinks, and you go to Drew Pine or you go to Trenton Bourget. You're going to sit here and tell me their odds get worse?
Well, no. Again, I'm not sitting here and by any means predicting that they're going to. Like, I'm just saying, like, all as I'm saying is that, like, to sit here and make any kind of judgments about what the rest of this season is going to be or what the Kenny Dillingham era is going to be like is absurd because they've played 2 fucking games, one half of which I don't care about. So, like, why are we sitting here and I get, like, we got to talk about something, but like I have no idea. They could win every single game from here on out. Hell, if I know, Johnny Manziel's first outing was dog shit. And then 1 game later, he turned it around and then he became a fucking Heisman candidate. And again, by no means am I saying that's going to happen for Jaden Rashada. All as I'm saying is we have no fucking idea what's going to happen for the rest of this season. I will say this, like you said, if they lose the next 3 games, like I mentioned, Cal is the only team that I can say wholeheartedly, like, that I believe is worse than ASU right now. I think ASU's ceiling is very high, but like they're not going to be favored in another game this season. I don't think. So, like, the idea that they could lose every game, I don't think is, like, it's not like the most ridiculous fucking thing ever. Again, this is college football. That's not how this shit works. And I think Kenny cares too much for them to ever really get to that point where they're going to go 1-11.
There's just too much talent.
There
on this
is
team.
far too much talent. I don't want, by no means, if you're sitting here asking me how many games I think they're going to win, I don't think it's going to be 0. I don't think it's going to be 1. I think they're going to still manage to find a way to win a few games. All I'm saying is to sit here and act like we have any fucking idea what the rest of the season is going to look like based on 1.5 games is absurd.
But I'm not trying to sit here and say that I know, like I can see the future. I'm just saying there are a lot of people that have already signed on the dotted line that the season's
they've written them
over.
off. Yeah, and ASU ain't right back though.
And for what though? You said it's 2 games.
It's been 1.5 as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Anyone trying to make any kind of judgment on fucking anybody or anything, like the program, the play calling, the offense, Jaden Rashada, Kenny Dillingham, you're stupid. You're dumb. Because it's been 1.5 fucking games.
There we go.
You're dumb.
That's
just
the Shawn
relax.
DePaz I signed up to get back.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's just like you don't know shit. You don't know shit. You didn't think TCU was going to be in the national championship after 2 games last year. You don't know shit. So relax.
I love you, Shawn. Look, Arizona State has a game in a couple days against Fresno State, a game that is certainly very, very winnable, and we're going to get to that here in just a second. But first, I want to tell you guys how you can get some tickets to that game if you're planning on heading out to Sun Devil Stadium or Mountain America Stadium, whichever you call it. Maybe check out Game Time to get your guys' tickets. You and I have both used Game Time on multiple occasions, and it really does cut the price in half, and it cuts away any of the stress that you have of buying tickets. And not that these ASU tickets are expensive, but if you wanted to go to a concert or a show that's maybe outside of your price range, they have this great thing that you can do, and it's buy now, pay later. And you can do it in little payments.
Buy now, pay later is one of my favorite tools.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the greatest things ever invented.
That's called debt.
Yeah, depends how you look at it. Depends how you look at it.
Controlled debt.
We call it problems for future us.
It's called getting Noah Khan tickets for $450.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Paying in installments.
Exactly.
It was great. It was absolutely great. Guys, snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use that code PHNX for $20 off of your first purchase. At that point, if you're getting ASU tickets, that shit might be free. At that point, terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
No, that money you save, you're going to go and deposit it straight into your BetMGM Sportsbook account because, there's no other better way to spend your disposable income than by investing it and doubling it, if not more, by winning on BetMGM. You can do that. I'm currently keeping an eye on the D-backs game. A, I'm on the show, and B, I may or may not have bet on the Arizona Diamondbacks money line. Maybe like a goddamn fool because they're currently down 2-0 and apparently are bad again. I don't know. That sucks. But at least football's back and my football team's good. Oh, wait. No, they suck too. At least my college football team's good. Oh, wait. No, they suck too. So if you want to go watch some good football and have an investment in it, bet on it. It makes it that much more fun. And if you're going to bet on it again, you're going to do it on BetMGM. We've got a great offer for you. If you place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $10, you will receive $200 instantly in additional winnings, regardless of your wager. All you got to do, download the app, sign up with code PHNX, sign up and deposit at least $10 into your newly created account. Place a wager in the amount of at least $10, and once you have placed a qualifying bet, you will receive $200 in bonus bets, regardless of the outcome of your wager. Again, sign up, use bonus code PHNX, and you will receive $200 as soon as you make a bet of $10. Check out the full show notes for details, and now listen to Shano talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., New York, or Ontario.
All right, it is that time of week. We've got just a couple days till Arizona State kicks off against Fresno State, trying to wipe away that 11-game win streak, the second longest active win streak in college football for Fresno State. And it is time for Trending Up. Shawn, we've got 3 Sun Devils that are destined or put in a good position to have a big game on Saturday. And I want to start things off with the one, the only Clayton Smith. We talked a little bit the other day just about the offensive line for Fresno State and their issues, specifically when it comes to holding penalties. And that bodes well for a guy like Clayton Smith coming off the edge that just has supreme speed.
Yeah, I mean, and if they're going to be holding, maybe you don't necessarily see him in on the score sheet, but I have... At the very least, he's going to be making them uncomfortable. I feel like you'll see him with QB hurries and or again forcing them into those holding penalties. I feel like it's going to be a big, huge game for everyone along the defensive line, anyone involved in the pass rush. But I mean, yeah, what we talked about, he's got speed for days. He's an athlete.
Yeah,
and I think he can exploit this offensive line.
I'm really excited to see how Brian Ward utilizes Clayton Smith this week because I think it might be a little bit different than we've seen him used in the past, and then. Also, just somebody not on here and a coach is Brian Ward, right? We talked with Caleb the other day from Beware of Bulldogs podcast just about how Fresno State kind of bodied Washington State when we look at that that bowl game from last year. Like, there's some revenge to be had for this defensive staff, especially those that were a part of that Washington State defense. Keeping it with the Arizona State defense, a guy in Chris Edmonds is another player that I think is destined to have kind of a big game on Saturday against Fresno State. You look at how small those wide receivers are. Caleb talked a little bit yesterday about how Keene is a little bit late at times with his passes, and that seems like it is going to be a huge benefit for a guy in Chris Edmonds, who is just an absolute giant out there.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of like we talked about yesterday. It's going to be, I think, a big opportunity for the secondary to kind of have a little bit of a bounce back game. And I think whether it's Rowe or Chris, there's going to be a chance for guys in the secondary to stand out. And like you talked about, Caleb mentioned some of the problems he has, particularly him floating balls a little bit when they go downfield. And if this front seven is giving them fits and they feel like they need to try and attack the safeties or something like that, or just, the secondary, I think there's going to be opportunities for guys in the secondary to make plays, and there's no reason that can't be Chris.
Outside of Chris, is there anybody in that secondary that you're looking at that you're like, you could certainly have a big game?
I mean, Rowe. He's just such a big dude. He's going against these tiny ass receivers. He's a unit. So I feel like he's going to have an opportunity. And then every week you're looking for Jordan Clark to make a play.
Yeah, that's true.
So I certainly think that's in the picture.
Down in the chat, it's been 1.5 games, I agree, but we've unfortunately seen a pattern of second half nothingness. I'm giving it time, but deep down, I'm slightly concerned. I think that these are all valid concerns, I think, at this point.
Yeah, certainly.
I'm not saying that there isn't. I'm just saying that they've earned the right to have just a little bit of time, I feel like. Will in the chat, D Ford versus their star wide receiver, 5'10 versus 5'7, the short king.
Might be one of D's only matchups this year where he's playing someone significantly smaller than him.
Yeah. Look, D's been a lockdown corner so far. What I've been most impressed with D is his ability to make open field tackles. And they've come at such crucial times and drives for Arizona State's defense that it's been really, really impressive. But if Arizona State is going to win on Saturday against Fresno State, I think it's because of our third guy trending up, and that is Elijhah Badger himself. There is just so much speed, so much versatility. And when you talk about the bigger conversation that we've had about Arizona State and what if they don't win any more games this season, I find it really hard to believe that Elijhah Badger is just going to lie down and let that happen.
Yeah, no, he is this offense's best playmaker. The speed, just the different ways they can use him. If this offense is going to look exciting finally, or again, however you want to look at it, he's going to be at the center of that. So yeah, he's gonna have to have a big game. I don't think you're gonna see a whole lot of really good offensive performances from this team that don't include Elijhah Badger.
There's just him, I think Xavier Guillory needs to have a bounce back game.
Yes.
Just based off of that. It's not like he had a bad game, but that one
drop,
play, that one drop was just so big.
Could have been a game changer. It was a game changer. The drop was a game changer.
I think that, I don't know. It just feels like this is going to be a good game for Arizona State. I could be wrong. I could be wildly wrong. They could get blown out by Fresno State.
Yeah, but I don't think that's happening either.
I just think there's so many weapons. They just match up well. And you look at guys that, have something to play for, a Jordan Clark, an EK, a Jalen Conyers. Like, these are star players. They would be star players just about anywhere that they would go. And I just have a tough time believing that they're not going to show up in a first half, a second half, whatever. And then you brought up Kenny's passion for this program and this team. It's tough to imagine Kenny Dillingham just, again, kind of goes down in expecting what all this to happen.
Yeah, no shot. This team is gonna. I have a hard time believing this team is gonna come out and roll over. Like, I still think they're bought in.
Yeah,
like I think they're gonna. And now that their backs are a little bit against the wall, and they are like starting to. They're starting to. Not that doubt's creeping in, but they're starting to have a lot of doubt thrown their way. Like, yeah, I feel like this is a group of guys that can embrace that.
Agreed.
And use it to their advantage.
Jose
hopefully.
in the chat. Match the same intensity the Cardinals show. No matter the talent, just show effort. It's a team sport. Time to step up beyond your own belief in yourself. Forget the media. They don't know you. ASU. Just show up. Yeah. I mean, I think at times they're almost too intense. Kenny's talked about, like, maybe their focus wavered a little bit in the second half of that Southern Utah game because there was that long weather delay. Okay, perfect. Game 3, the jitters should be gone. You are 1-1 on the season. This is the time to kind of set the tone before you get to conference play. Yeah. Like, this is your last game before you find out who you really are. So I think they just need to get it right. And it's going to be really, really important, obviously, that they do that in front of a crowd on Fresno State before you get USC coming to town.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll obviously
definitely got to get right before USC.
We are going to give our picks for Arizona State versus Fresno State tomorrow, but we're going to pick the rest of the Pac-12 slate. Shawn, before we do that, though, I want to tell everybody about Circle K. It is America's thirst shop, and they've got a new free membership program where you guys can save 25 cents per gallon on your first 5 fill-ups and get every 6th free on a selection of Circle K products, whether that be pizza, coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks, and if that's not enough for you, they've already got great deals on gas, on energy drinks, on snacks. I go to Circle K every single day, not just for gas, but for those great deals that they have on everything inside. Join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details.
And if you've got a car, there's 2 things you need in it: good gas,
true,
and a pair of sunglasses. Especially here, you can't get caught slacking. All of a sudden, you make one turn, you're driving straight into the sun. You can't see at all. It's a danger to society. You need shades, and if you're gonna get shades, you got to get them from Shady Rays. They are simply the best sunglasses ever. Not just because the glasses are high quality and look good as hell, but if you lose them, you break them, Shady Rays has your back. No questions asked. They're going to replace them for free. You can also, not everyone's buying online, especially something you're going to wear. It's tough for some people. They got a brick and mortar location at Kirkland Commons in Scottsdale. Head out there for their full selection of sunglasses, try them on, stuff like that. See how you really look in them. So make sure you get Shady Rays exclusively for our listeners. Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code PHNX for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
All right, Jacob, it is time for some Pac-12 picks. Me, Shawn, and the man, the myth, the Jeffrey Jacob Franklin himself are going to be giving our picks for the rest of the Pac-12 slate. And everybody in the chat chime in as well who you think is going to win in some of these matchups. Any matchup before we get started here that is like you're just excited for?
The easy answer is Colorado.
I mean, yeah, exactly. The obvious one is the Colorado Rocky Mountain matchup, whatever they call it. Obviously, I don't know if you saw Norvell throw a little bit gas onto that fire. I was reading an article this morning. Colorado State has like one of the most fascinating teams ever. They have a kid from Japan who was a sumo wrestler. They have like a 30-some-year-old kicker who like played rugby and soccer and has a family and kids and owns a house like 10 miles off campus. They have 2 South Sudanese immigrants like on the team playing in their secondary. Like their team is crazy interesting. I think they're gonna get their ass kicked nonetheless. So there's that. And then for obviously very different reasons. Washington, Michigan State. Michigan State obviously they got some
some
things
stuff going on
recently. And I am interested to see how they bounce back or how they respond against a very good Washington team.
Yeah, Ralph in the chat, Jay Norvell, is hilarious. Yeah, he might have poked the bear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You see what Shiloh Sanders said? He responded to. Apparently, he was on the McAfee show, and he says they do this to themselves every week, and it's true because motherfuckers keep talking shit about Dion and Colorado, and even if they're right, it has not turned out well once.
No,
I know it's only been 2 games, but
you're only going to get this in non-conference play. You're not going to get this one in conference.
Yeah,
play
Kenny's
starts.
not.
No,
Yeah,
Kenny,
Kenny wouldn't
Lincoln,
do this
Dan
to
Lanning. Dan might.
Yeah,
Dan might, but I don't know. All right, Jacob. First matchup we got is what? Weber versus Utah. At Utah. Do we have a status update on Cam Rising? Is it still looking like Cam Rising is going to be out for this game?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Says Cam Rising could return this week,
yeah.
but Utah football. Yeah.
I mean, if you're Utah, why bother? You're playing Weber State. You don't rush him back. Utah's obviously winning this game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going Utah on this one. I just don't see a scenario where Utah drops a home game, the last non-conference game of their season and of the season, pretty much. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah,
I think that they would lose
against Utah.
Ever or right now?
I mean, right now.
Yeah, right now it's just I don't think you can. I don't think you can pick against them. Okay, moving on. SDSU at Oregon State. This is a fun one, Shawn.
Yeah, but I'm still rocking with I'm a Beaver believer, baby.
DJ Uiagalelei is going to get it done this week, you think?
Yeah. I am a Beaver believer. I don't care. I think Oregon State still could win the Pac-12 championship. So, not a big question to me.
Yeah, I think Oregon State, just from a defensive perspective, they're just such a dominant team. And then you look at what they've been able to add with DJ Uiagalelei at quarterback. Not to mention, their running back is one of the best in the Pac-12. I think it's Damian Martinez is his name. He is a dog. Let me see if I can get his actual name. What do you think is going to happen, Jacob?
SDSU has had their moments. Yeah. This is not one of those moments.
It is not. This is a really good defense and a improved offense from last year.
Yeah, Damian Martinez. Yeah, he's a dog. He's an absolute
dog.
He's a dog. So we got the clean sweep there, OSU as well. Cal in Idaho at Cal. You're going Cal?
Of course I'm going Cal. Do not respect the fucking Golden Bears. Don't do this. Don't bring up my accent.
We've done this dance before.
But yeah, I mean, don't disrespect the Pack. Don't disrespect the Golden Bears. They're here. They're live. I'm all the way on Cal.
That's crazy because I'm going Idaho. I think Idaho takes down the Bears, man. They beat.
Unbelievable.
They're 2-0. They're first in the Big Sky right now. They beat up on Lamar 42-17. Doesn't even sound like university. It's just a person.
Yeah,
they beat
Jackson.
up 42-17, and then they kicked the shit out of Nevada 33-6. So I think this is going to be one of those games where people at the end of the day are just like, "Wait, Cal lost to Idaho? What the hell?" What do you think, Jacob?
I gotta go with the Pac-12
back
school.
To pack.
Yeah, back to pack.
Oh my god,
Cal.
you don't have to.
I do have to.
You're just choosing.
I'm legally obligated.
No, you're not legally obligated.
Cal is not a joke anymore.
Shawn made me sign a contract.
Cal is not a joke anymore. Respect the Pack. Respect Cal.
I
Respect
refuse.
the Golden Bears.
I refuse. All right, Washington at Michigan State. A few years ago, this would have been a really, really good matchup. I don't think that necessarily has the same juice anymore. I think Washington should probably handle this Michigan State team.
Yeah. Obviously, like we mentioned, Michigan State has a lot of distractions on top of playing a really good, Michigan State has a lot of distractions on top of playing a really good Washington team. So I don't think Michigan State is going to have jack shit to say to the Huskies.
What do you think, Jacob?
I might just go all Pac-12. Literally every pick.
I don't want to ruin it, but I'm going all Pac-12.
Michael Penix Jr. is just too good.
Dog.
He's just too good, dude.
He's
859 pass yards, 8 tutties, and 1 INT through the first 2 games of the season. Yeah, Washington clears here. And then the next matchup we got, what is this? Northern Colorado versus Washington State University here. Go ahead and give me Washington State. Cam Ward is a problem. Northern Colorado is a joke. They're 0-2 on the season. And they're they're not going to be able to hang. I think this is going to be one of those games where Washington State just obliterates them, to be honest.
I mean, no one in this conference is really playing anyone good this week, with the exception of ASU and I guess maybe Cal. I guess if you wanna say, I saw Ralph saying that Cal or that Idaho is #good. But yeah, man, like let's go Pack.
Go
Do your
Cougs.
job. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Wazoo.
All right, moving on to the UCLA matchup. The Bruins take on North Carolina Central. UCLA in the top 25 this week. You guys are going to disagree with me here, but I'm going North Carolina Central here. I think they take care of a Bruins team that I think is overhyped, that is overrated, and I just don't see UCLA as a real team. Maybe it's my distaste for Chip Kelly here.
Yeah, that's absurd, dude.
But
this is a MEAC team.
yeah, but if they win, I look like a genius.
No, you look like an idiot that got lucky.
No.
UCLA is winning this football game. I'm not messing around with North Carolina Central. What are you doing?
They're winning. I don't know what you want from me.
Winning what?
The game.
The MEAC, maybe.
It's
Yeah.
Chip.
Yeah. Fuck Chip.
Come on.
Stop
Fuck
it.
Chip.
Don't just make this pick to make the pick.
I think they win.
No, he doesn't. He's lying. He's lying to himself.
He just wants to be different.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mr.
It's fine.
Idaho and
Idaho will win that game. Idaho will win that
That one I
game.
don't have as big of a problem with because it's like it is Cal still. I'm not saying that Cal has become USC.
Okay, what about Hawaii at Oregon? Can we all agree that the Ducks?
If Oregon doesn't win this game by 40 points, it's a loss. The spread is going to be like 38.5.
they scored 81 points in their first game.
yeah, and
no.
then they kind of shit the bed against Texas Tech.
Yeah, but Texas Tech is a really hard place to play.
Yeah,
They're
Lubbock can be
And Hawaii's not
challenging.
Texas Tech.
You're right.
They are going to kick Hawaii's ass. Hawaii's a bad football program.
And look, there's a sign right here. I got an ad on my computer.
Bodacious.
Bodacious.
Oh, Knicks.
Bo Nick's going to take care of Hawaii easily. Here you go. CSU, Colorado. What do we got going on here, boys?
What do you have going on here?
I think Deion sends Jay Norvell home.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure how big of a hater you're going to be. Yeah.
I think he sends him home early.
I mean, I would love it. You know, they got, I think Colorado State is really going to want to win this game, obviously. But I think that's clearly not been enough. Everyone wants to kick Deion's ass, and they haven't done it yet. Again, it's only been 2 games, but, I mean, yeah.
Jacob, you're rocking with the Buffs too?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
AP voters don't get
Nebraska's
caught up in hype.
not good.
No.
And
And-
TCU's
and
defense
Colorado
is Swiss
didn't look-
cheese.
Amazing in that first half, but then they kind of put it on them in the second half.
I'm so interested to see what this team looks like in Pac-12 play.
Yes, as am I.
It's
I'm
gonna
very
be
much-
interesting.
I'm very excited
Are they
for Pac-12
still?
play
Are
this
they
year.
even though they're in the AP top 25 and they're 2-0? Is Colorado still the biggest question mark to you
In the
college,
By far.
in college football?
In all of college football, I don't know about all of college football. I need to see Duke and more ACC play. Texas is always going to be a question mark. I'd like to see them in Big 12 play. Big 12 play one last time. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely up there, right? Like, it's because you don't know. It's hard to tell how much of it is hype.
Yeah,
But I don't think it's obviously a lot of it's hype, but I don't think too much of it is.
that's fair. All right, last game in the pack here, Sac State.
No, there's
Oh,
two
yeah,
more. I
there's
messed
two
up the
more?
graphic.
There,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
Oh,
U
I
of
forgot
A
about
and
Arizona.
UTEP.
I forgot
Yeah.
about Arizona. All right, let's go ahead and do Sacramento State versus Stanford here. What do you have going on here, Shawn?
Fuck it. Yeah, we ball. Shout out Cam Scadaboo. I don't believe in Stanford, man.
You're going Sac State?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Let's go. Let's get the Sac State sweep. I'm going Sac State.
Fuck the
as
Stanford
well.
tree, dog.
Sac State's 2-0, and if you,
They're gonna. This would be their second Pac-12 win in.
Scadaboo.
I don't know. This is such a gross. This is gonna be such a gross game. To be honest with you, ESPN has Stanford as an 85.5% chance of winning this game.
Yeah, this is just me being a hater. I don't really know, but fuck Stanford.
Stanford's just not good at football
And you know what?
anymore,
Let's just
man.
move on. Give me UTEP. Fuck U of A.
Wow.
I was about to pick UTEP as
Give
well.
me UTEP. Go mine up. Mine her up. Let's mine, baby. To the mines we go.
You
Mine
believe
up.
that, or you just don't want to pick Arizona?
I mean, if Jaden Delora wants to go and throw 4 interceptions again, I think anybody
that's
can beat
fair.
that Arizona team.
That's fair.
So, no, I mean, a lot of this is me being a hater, of course. I'm not going to sit here and pick U of A, but Yeah, fuck them.
Hey, look, there's some people out there that call me really, really biased, so I'm just going to go ahead and say Arizona beats UTEP.
That's fine.
I think they take care of business. You know, there was that one guy, Dave, that was really big on me, saying that I'm super, super biased. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. So
listen. Yeah, this is me. I want this to be very clear. I am being biased. I am being biased.
At least you're open and honest about it.
Yes.
I respect that. I really, really do. All right, those are our picks for the Pac-12 here. The only real upsets that we see here, I've got NCC beating UCLA and Idaho over Cal. Other than that, all three of us have Sac State taking down Stanford. I don't know if that's necessarily an upset. Jacob and Shawn have UTEP over Arizona, and I got the Wildcats getting back on track. We will get to our Arizona State versus Fresno State picks tomorrow on Friday's show. Before we let you guys go, though, a couple little things. First and foremost, guys, go become a diehard right now, okay? Because you guys are going to get not only some great merch, not only are you going to unlock some phenomenal content, but there's also weekly newsletters that come out not only for us, right, at Arizona State, but you've got U of A, you've got the Coyotes, you got the Diamondbacks, you got the Cardinals, you got the Suns, you got it all over at PHNX, guys, and all you got to do is become a diehard and go reserve your tickets for free to our PHNX Cardinals away game watch parties. Join us every away game at the BetMGM Sportsbook at State Farm Stadium for ticket raffles, prize giveaways, and more, guys. The link is in the show notes. Go become a diehard right now. It's easy and it's affordable.
Real diehards support our sponsors too.
That's true.
One of our best is our friends over at Four Peaks. I mean, they're the best beer you're going to get in Arizona. I'm going to tell you that right now. And any other state they get sold in, it's the best beer you're going to get.
We have people in California asking us to help them bring Four Peaks.
Nevada, they got it up there too. So if you don't have Four Peaks, I don't know what you're doing. You don't have an excuse. It's all over. Check them out, because if you haven't been on the Four Peaks train before, now is the time to get on, because I don't know if you heard, but it's just about pumpkin porter season, and that's the best season of all, because not just does that mean pumpkin porter, it means pumpkin porter cheesecake, which is the best cheesecake you're ever going to have.
That's facts.
That's all I'm saying. And they got all these fun fall spooky season activities, Stein holding haunted brewery tours. They let the ghost brew the beer. It's crazy. So make sure you check out our friends over at Four Peaks. You visit fourpeaks.com/locator to find your favorite brewery tours and events. Like I said, Stein Holding, Oktoberfest, haunted brewery tours, all right around the corner. Check out at Four Peaks Brew or at Four Peaks Pub to keep up with the latest at Arizona's hometown brewery. You must be 21 or older to drink Four Peaks, and please drink responsibly.
Donald in the chat, Totri, Shane the Big Pokey would not approve of this. I imagine this is the UCLA pick.
No,
that's fine.
I thought it was the Cal pick.
Was it the Cal pick?
I think it was the Cal hatred.
Was it?
I think so.
Okay.
Let him know. Go let him know on social media, Donald. That is going to do it for our Thursday show. We will see you guys Friday, a day before Arizona State takes on Fresno State, the game 3 for the Sun Devils this season. In the meantime, guys, give us a follow over at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow the man to my right over here at Shawn_DePaz.
Dealing with back issues like a father as always.
Grandfather, as always. And we will see you guys Friday. But in the meantime, peace.